Magnetic North Adventures, where the treasure calls our name. Through the forests and the waters, we'll never be the same. With every find we're cleaning, leaving nothing but the earth. Magnetic North Adventures, discovering our world.
Good morning, good afternoon and good evening. It's Lee from Magnetic North Adventures, and today I'm going to be mudlarking. So to all my subscribers, new, old, those just visiting, you're all very welcome, and hope you're all well. Right then folks, I've got rid of the coat, it was too warm. Waders are on, there we go. So you know what that means, water exploring, going to another site. So safety aspect, when you're getting into a water course, got all these branches, bricks, stones, you've always got to watch what you're doing. So if this was America, any one of those could have a snake next to it. So generally what I'd do is I'd have a guide stick, which is just a natural stick picked up, and I use it to scan the ground. And if I see a rock like that and I'm not sure, I'll keep well clear of it. But you always scan before you enter the water and go from there. We have got deeper waters here, but I can see there's bits and pieces in the water. So when it goes orange like this is iron staining. So there's going to be a lot of iron in the water there. When you're walking in a river or a water course, always go with your feet slightly to the side. I'll show you in the shallow water. So in the shallow water you go, you feel a rock, put your feet around, prevents you tripping over. And then also if you come across a level that feels, say like here where it dips down a bit, slide your foot into it, roll your foot, make sure the ground's solid, and once it's solid, press down. Make sure you're not sinking, go forward. Just keep doing that and you'll be safe. So just there, as you can see, I stood on a rock. It's put my foot at an angle. Be very careful because that can damage your muscles, so just ease back and around it. This water is a bit deeper, so I'm doing the foot roll again, making sure that I'm not going to fall on anything. Whoa! So just there is a very deep spot in the water. The water's getting very fast here and it's very slippery underfoot. We've got a bit of deeper water. Now in this water I can feel there is iron in here, and there's a lot of bigger rocks. So always make sure that you steady your feet before you launch forward, and always roll your feet along the stones on the bottom to prevent slipping. If you fall over and you're in waders, they will fill up very quickly, and that's not what you want to do. So just of note, this isn't a snake, but if you saw this in the water and you're in America or where there's water snakes, be very, very careful. That could be a water moccasin, or that could be a cottonmouth. So just be careful of those. Just over here, there's a very large crayfish there in the water, just down there. Folks, you know how I told you about rolling your feet on the side? That's just saved my life.
Ooh.
Right here, I've just been rolling my foot, and if I hadn't...
Oh wow. Cool, look at that. That's a bit dangerous, isn't it?
So basically, this bit was stuck in the sill, and my foot's glided along, and I felt it stop. And my foot was just underneath that. Very sharp spike that end, embedded in that end. That would have been a severe hazard.
Yeah.
And in a flood, that could have pushed straight up. That's exactly why you've got to roll your feet. That's exactly why you should be carrying a stick to use as a probe in the water. That's definitely coming out the waters. A lethal bit of kit.
Epic.
So when you're out and you're mudlarking in an actual water source rather than on dry land, have a stick with you. That stick should ideally have 2 prongs on the front of it like a fork, and you use that basically if there's anything in the water that you want to move or lift up without touching it. So if you've got a cup, a jug, a bottle, anything in the water that could potentially have wildlife, snakes, things like that inside it, always move it before you actually touch, because things do hide inside things. And as I found out here, we've had crayfish, clawdaddies hiding inside vessels and things. And they're not dangerous, but they're still protective, and they will nip at you with the claws, and they hurt. So even if there's no snakes, you've got to prevent injury, because if you start to get injured, you've got to leave the water, use medical kits, things like that, and then you can't go back in the water, and that really would stop the day. Also, I'd also carry, as I say, the medical kit, a life vest in case you fall over. Remember, folks, even shallow water can be dangerous, and got to take serious precaution even in the shallows of brooks, creeks, streams or rivers. And to do that, a life vest, if you do fall over, it prevents you from going underneath the water too much, and allows you to potentially be rescued as well. Very important. Also very important to have is a pair of strong waterproof gloves, and you use those just basically to pick things out of the water, and that also means that you stop contaminants getting on you as much as possible. And never ever throw items which could be sharp, like pieces of metal, things like that, because that could actually cut your hand, cause further injuries, and then you would need to again use your medical kit. So inner gloves if you can, outer gloves if you can, and always make sure that they're strong. And as I say, never throw an item, because it can tear your skin as you throw the item across your hand. And those are the important things to have when you river mudlark. And other things that you're going to need whilst river or creek mudlarking is a bag, whether that be a little shoulder bag to put fines in, a backpack, or a simple plastic carrier bag, and they're going to be important. Other things I'd use would be the waders, keeps you dry, keeps you warm. And basically, if you do see a snake in the water, the stick with the prong on it, basically what you'd have to do if it's coming towards you is you would put the stick out in front and hope that the stick is actually useful to throw the snake aside. And if it doesn't and it stays on the stick, then let go of the stick and have a spare one with you so you can get back safely as well. That's the things I'd recommend, and that's what I'd do. So just a short safety video on river, creek mudlarking and how to do it. There we go, folks. I hope that's of use for you. Thanks for watching, and until the next time, this is Lee at Magnetic North Adventures. Bye for now, everyone.
Magnetic North Adventures, for the secrets from the deep, exploring hidden corners where the lost may sleep. With metal in our hands and a mission in our hearts, we're cleaning up the planet, saving every part. The thrill of discovering a spark in the air, you never know what's waiting out there somewhere. From ancient coins to modern waste, every pull is a victory, no time to waste.